Welcome to another episode of Two Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I'm so excited to have on a 33-year-old from Lindsay, Ontario, Canada. His hockey journey has taken him to Canada, the USA, and he is a legend of Manchester, England, and the Shed. As we started a hockey chocolate throwing tradition that is fun, turning the storm into the chocolatey Manchester Storm by running amok in the Chocolate Storm Shelter, finishing the season up there with the big budget boys and claiming EIHL Coach of the Year in only his second season running the show or muck. He has now decided to spread his coaching wings and teamed up with the Shed Guy and the Atlanta Gladiators and is now preparing to be a dad and let the coast know what's up. Welcome back to the Shed, Matt Ginn.
Thanks for the intro. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming back, man. Been a while. I think episode 300 you got, eh?
Yeah, I think so. It was a while ago, and then just let the Storm players take over from there.
Yeah. I have had quite a few of your players on, eh?
Yeah, no,
And
it's
thanks
great.
for supporting me and, not thinking I'm a distraction, right? Because I was just trying to give Shed boosts.
No, yeah, it helped. Obviously, had a good year, a lot of wins, and a lot of chocolate.
You guys were hot there, eh? Like you guys, I know the budget situation a bit in the EIHL, and you guys were picked to finish dead last. And as a sponsor of your team, I was hurt by that.
Yeah, no, all the media experts there picked us last. Funny story about that is, I mean, obviously you don't pay a ton of attention to it, but Critch actually had a screenshot of like the projected standings, and I think it was the background on his phone all season. So I'm obviously a little bit of a fuel the fire there, but no, a good year. Obviously had a disappointing end, but a lot of good things. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so well, let's stick with Critch though. I think that's hilarious that would be his screensaver, and it makes sense because he's a gamer. And I remember at the start of that season, I got one of the funniest hockey photos ever, where he's punching a guy in the face, and when the goalie's behind him, like, do I watch? Do I not watch? And then you guys were like in first place after the first few weeks, and I thought it was hilarious because Critch was scoring, fighting, and he was wearing my logo on his jersey.
Yeah, no, good publicity there for all types of fans. But he had a great year offensively. There, he was right up there for our leading point scorers. But a guy that kind of does everything, like you say, he's a gamer. He's a captain everywhere he's gone, and that's for a reason. Yeah, so a great year from him, and just a hell of a leader.
Yeah, I always say I have good taste in men, and that's how they come to the Shed. But pretty fun story how it all worked out, eh? Like I had you on when you were becoming a head coach, and I'd had fans write to me before you were named the head coach that I think this guy's going to be the next coach because you were hurt and being the assistant coach. And then I have you on, and then I liked our talk. You seem like a nice guy, and other people say nice things about you. So then I had your captain on, and really took a shine to him too. I don't know why I start liking all these random guys, but
Yeah, no,
then
easy. Yeah, we're easy guys to like.
but then I asked if we could get chocolate started in Manchester. I mean, this is back 2 seasons ago, and Critch goes out. You beat Sheffield. He fights. He scores, and then there's like one or two chocolate bars, right? Things have really escalated.
Yeah, it was like when you're playing pro, waiting for meal that goes in seniority, and that's how it was with chocolate the first couple games. I don't know if the young guys got any.
Yeah, but now everybody gets some.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, the and can't complain. I mean, you only get them when you win, so a little carrot, and yeah, it's
Right.
nice to after a win to go in and re
Enjoy the
re
fruits of
re
your labor.
oh, exactly.
So, did you have to leave because of cavities? Is it your dentist telling you to leave?
Yeah, no. Possibly though. No, I usually tried to limit myself to one or two after a game, but no, just main reason was my wife is giving birth here. We're having our first child in October, and wanted to be a little closer to home that way. And I also ultimately wanted to end up in North America coaching. So kind of the two things together, thought it was a good time to head back overseas. It was an incredibly tough decision to leave, especially coming off a really good season for us in Manchester, and obviously I'm very, very close with Finner. He's one of my good buddies, and our wives are friends and families and all that kind of stuff. So it was tough to leave kind of what we contributed and helped create there, but ultimately, kind of family comes first, and that's what the driving force was behind the reason right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. The thing is, like, because you're going with Nezzy, Derek Nesbitt, shed guy, and that makes sense because he's a hockey guy and he's the type of guy I'd want to work with. But like living in Atlanta really isn't that close to Lindsay, Ontario.
No, it's about a 2 hour flight compared to a 7 or 8 hour flight, though, and you
I
can drive
guess.
down. I mean, we did the drive in over 2 days. It was an interesting one. If you have good conditions and traffic and all that, it's probably 14 hours. We ran into some traffic, some accidents, couple tornado warnings, so it was an interesting drive to say the least. But we got here safe and sound.
Um, Actually, just thinking of this and the small world it is, and you know, with what we've got going in Manchester, like for me, sitting at work on a Tuesday and you guys are playing, and then you see the ticker going down at home, and you're like, they're gonna win. I'm like, there's gonna be a chocolate storm, and I'm just sitting at work, and then all of a sudden the fans start sending me videos. I'm like, this is so cool. I feel like I'm there, and I'm a
Oh
part of
yeah,
it, and I'm just the guy
they took
talking
it
in my
and
shed.
yeah, they took it and ran with it. I mean, they just evolved. Guys were getting personalized chocolate or candy or whatever. You had your name on it, myself included. So no, it was they did the research, and like I said, they took off there.
Well, fun fact for you was driving to Kingston for the All Ontario Championships with my under 13s. Drove by the sign that said Lindsay, Ontario, this way. And I thought, huh, Matt Ginn. And then we went to Kingston and won the Red Hats. And it was really fun. But in the final series against Walkerton, we had to beat them, and they were the second best team in Ontario. And the first game at home, we're losing in the third. It's best of three. Fellas found a way again, like they always did. And we beat them. We score with like 2.5 minutes left. My Savage scores, and we win 2-1. And then all the siblings up in the crowd, as soon as we won, were launching chocolate on the ice. And they were throwing it right over the Walkerton kids' heads. And then the
Love it.
ref didn't know what was going on, and he started freaking out. And I'm like, hey, buddy, just let it happen. It's already happened.
Yeah, yeah. Just well, tell them we'll grab them one.
But the look of disappointment on the other team's face and the look of joy on my kids' faces when chocolate started hitting the ice and they had just won the game
Yeah,
in incredible fashion, it was electric. Oh God. So you're having a baby, finding out what you're having?
we're not. No,
Oh,
my wife
surprise.
didn't want to, and I, I think it's kind of nice to be surprised too.
That's what
Would
we did
curi-
too.
would curiosity have taken over if it was up to me? Maybe, but no, we're excited. Doesn't really matter.
It is interesting once it comes out and you're like, what is it? What is it? Yeah, I've been there. Random question. You got a pair of Crocs?
I don't anymore. They used to have a pair of grass cutting Crocs, not anymore.
Man, coaching, you got to get into Crocs. You know, you can customize them now with gibbets.
I have seen that. I'm more of a flip flop guy.
Like once you start crocking, you won't go back, man. You just slip them on and off at the rank, and then you can customize them, put your team's logo on there and whatnot.
I just thought they made my feet too sweaty.
They can in the summer, but you got to fight
Oh,
through that to customize your shoes.
that's fair.
So you are going to play or coach with Derek Nesbitt, and he's a beauty. So how did that all go down? That like obviously you guys played together and are buddies. Did he ask you first, or did you ask him first? Who asked who to dance?
Yeah, he reached out. Obviously, yeah, the start. Well, I guess last summer, before his first year as coach here, we stayed in touch and over the years, and I knew he was getting the job here, and yeah, he was someone that I kind of talked to during the year, bounce ideas off each other. I wouldn't say I was experienced, but I'd had kind of the year before he became the head coach, so it's a job that you're always kind of learning on the fly and try and help each other out. Like all coaches do, they have different resources and guys they talk to. So we kind of stayed in touch, and yeah, he checked last year if I wanted to come back, and I didn't. I had another year in Manchester, and like I said, if we weren't having a baby, you never know, might have still been there. But no, he just kind of reached out and saw if I had interest, and then this year, same
You,
kind of thing, checked back in, and yeah, he knew I kind of wanted to head back to North America at some point, and stars just aligned.
well, it's nice when things work out. And I always say in hockey, takes knowing people to get places and that you guys know each other. That's how things happen. And it's like when I was coming up from Elmira, Ontario, I don't think that many people knew about me and my buddies that, were winning single A all Ontarios. And it's not as easy to get the exposure when you're not in the big cities. And that's what I love about doing this is now I know people and I can help all my puppies if I want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, fun
Yeah, I mean the
stuff.
hockey world's pretty small community, or it seems like it, and everybody knows everybody. You can make connections everywhere. So, absolutely.
Well, speaking of Nesbits, those punks, Derek beat me in the finals of the Coast when I was a rookie with the Daytona Beach Bombers. Still upsetting. And then my rings this season with my puppies, we put the regular season record and the playoff record on the rings. It says 32 and 1. Joe Nesbitt, Derek's brother's team, beat us in a regular season game. That was our only loss. And now my ring has a one loss on it because of a Nesbitt.
Might just look like a little scratch after a little bit.
Well, actually, it's up in my shed now. I'm not going to wear that one. My son lost my Sullivan Cup ring. Still upset. Little punk lost it when he's like 3 years old. So he wanted to see it, and
Yeah,
then it's been gone. So he's not touching mine this time, but he has his own this time. You can lose that one.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm. So anyways, the other Nesbitt that I know too, because it's a weird world, these Nesbitts know at hockey. Jack Nesbitt, the nephew, I believe, or something, was playing for the Windsor Spitfires, and my boys went to a tournament, and he let the whole team come down, organize it with Joe Nesbitt, and he met my whole team, signed their pucks, took a picture. I'm like, this is hockey, they're making kids' days better.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about.
And how about Jake over there in Manchester? You're gonna miss him, eh? He really got the party started with the chocolate, eh?
Oh yeah, he did.
Director of Shed Marketing.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, he was a busy kid.
I thought it was so cool for his birthday there when you guys had it on your big screen.
Yeah,
The director of Shed Marketing.
yeah.
And Finner is going to send me a Critch jersey. He told me he's sending it to me, but he's not going to send it until Critch signs it when he's back from Team GB. So that's going to be pretty
That's a good
neat to
deal.
have the jersey up in the shed, eh?
Yeah, no, that's yeah, it worked. Obviously, like I said, he had a big year.
Well, he got such shed boosted that now can't even sponsor him this year, priced out of the market.
Yeah, no, yeah, crazy. He's a
Hmm.
popular guy.
Popular guy, eh? I guess so are you though, eh? So, are you guys affiliated with a team there in Atlanta?
Yeah, we're with Nashville and Milwaukee.
Oh, my boy O'Reilly.
Yeah,
Mm, you get
yeah, they
not,
had a busy summer.
yeah. You get him and Stamkos on the same team, two boys that know how to hockey and can teach the young bucks how to hockey. They're gonna be a team, I think.
Yeah, they look really good. Obviously, Saros back there, and kind of a lot of people thought they overachieved last year, so they're ton of kind of positives to build on, and obviously they brought in some high end talent there up front and on D. So I think yeah, dangerous team this year for sure.
So I guess coaching this year is going to be a whole different thing, right? Because Manchester, you guys kind of have your team. You guys tinkered around a bit. Some guys needed to go home, some guys needed to leave, and then you bring in shed guys, or you try to, and then the coast is totally different animal, right? You don't even know who's going to be on your team until you know who's on your team because that's up to the teams above you.
Yeah, we have like we're in contact with like Milwaukee and Nashville, so I have kind of an idea of
Who they're
roughly
thinking.
who we may see. But yeah, you're kind of balancing building your team without guys, and then kind of knowing that you'll have however many sent down to you too. So it's kind of a balancing act there. And then obviously during the season, injuries, call ups, whatever it is, it can be a bit of a revolving door there with players. So I think that's good, kind of a new hurdle in a way. Obviously, you have injuries and whatnot, and in Manchester as well, but less kind of player turnover. Obviously, you have the visas and getting guys in. Where here you can call guys up, guys will get sent down. So definitely a lot more player movement.
Definitely a lot more player movement, but I always found it, well, what I think in North America, minor, pro, AHL, coast, you got to have a couple fellas that are the leaders that are, are going to be there for the year. So, do you got any of those fellas that are like fellas that have been around the block and are going to teach the puppies?
Yeah, yeah, no, I think that's really important to have kind of the guys. You look at teams that have success in that league. They have good leadership group of, like you said, guys that I'll say older guys, not necessarily old guys, but guys who have been around a little bit and kind of establish that culture. And so when guys get sent down or called up, they it's seamless transition. You just kind of buy in. It's everybody's kind of pulling. I mean, it's kind of a weird league, and I'll call it a, I guess, selfish league where guys want to get called up and stuff, but the guys who do get called up, it's usually coming from a team that has success. So you try and find that balance and create that. I'll use the word again, culture of from the top down.
I I agree though. I think hockey teams, a lot of it's about culture, and I would say with you and Nezzy behind the bench, that's a pretty good start.
Hope so.
So do you think any Gladiator fans will listen to us? And like, do they sell chocolate in Atlanta? Because isn't this your thing? Like, aren't you the coach that you're like Willy Wonka, that the chocolate follows you wherever you go?
Well, I've only been in one spot, so we'll see.
I mean, if any Gladiator fans listen, so I'll make you a collaborator. I know how to do that now on the social media thing. So then if you accept that, then it'll go to your friends, and then maybe some Gladiator fans will see it and be like, "Oh, what's this? I'm going to listen." And then it's like, "Oh, so we throw chocolate on the ice only after wins because the team has to earn it." And then they could throw it for you to start. And then if you want to tell me which guys on your team are showing shed guy tendencies, then I could talk to them and see what kind of chocolate they want. And then who knows what could happen in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, you break into the U.S. network here, but yeah, I might have to run that one by the higher ups.
Well,
But we'll see. We'll see.
Nezzy told me via text message that it was okay.
Perfect.
So I think we're okay.
I think
Gladiator
we're
fans,
okay.
make it right. Or, if you want to have fun, it's up to you guys. I
All
know
they'd have
the
over here
coast
would
isn't
be
always that much fun. So if you guys aren't sure if you're ready to have fun in the coast, let us know. We'll be still in Manchester chucking chocolate though, right? They're still going to do that without us, right? I'm still there though. I'm
I
just not a
hope so.
sponsor priced out of the market.
Yeah, no, I hope so. I'm sure they will. The fans, like I said, they
It,
ran with it.
it's a thing now, right? We started
Yeah,
a thing.
a lot of the same players coming back too, so they know their favorites.
I agree. And did you or did you not, when you were leaving for Atlanta, did you try to take Critch with you?
The first ever two-way contract between Manchester and Atlanta. Uh, yeah, I mean we'd love to have him, obviously.
I
But yeah,
figured
I knew.
you imagine him being like the captain of your coast team teaching the puppies. That'd be a good setup. And when that hadn't been announced in Manchester yet, I wrote to him. I'm like, "So you going to Manchester, Atlanta, or Cardiff?" And
Yeah, no,
he did say he would never go to Cardiff, which I was like, "Huh, that hurts."
yeah, no, I knew that. But no, he's in a good spot there in Manchester. Obviously, the setup, and hopefully, I'll be following along this year, and hopefully, I have another good year and even improve on that. But I don't think it would go over well with Finner if I started poaching his players.
No, that would be a tough start.
Yeah, yeah,
But I do think one of the funnest facts of my career is probably that I think I have the most retired jerseys of teammates in the world, in Germany and whatnot. And I think it's neat that Critch's jersey will someday be retired in Manchester. And I can almost feel like I was his teammate because I was a
yeah,
sponsor and we got chocolate started. So that,
yeah. No, you pick good guys.
that's the whole point of this, right? Just like recruiting. So are you guys about done recruiting? Because I think in coaching, if I was ever a coach in pro, I think the recruiting part would be the biggest part of it, making sure I got the right people.
Yeah, I think that was huge. Obviously, in Manchester, you touched on it with the budget side of things, where some teams just kind of throw as much money as you want without any kind of salary cap or anything. It is what it is, and I think why we had success the last couple of years there is we did a lot of research on the players that we brought in,
And you're trying
and
to find character guys, I believe they called them in the game.
yeah, character guys, team guys. Last year we brought in a lot of guys who wore letters in the past, whether that's C's or A's, and again, it starts with leadership from Critch down, and you look at how he had success. It wasn't having the one leading scorer in the league. He had kind of score by committee, defended hard, did kind of won those ugly games, and they all count. So I think that's why we had the success that we did, and kind of bring some of those same principles over here. Obviously, there is a salary cap and it's enforced and all that kind of stuff too. But you want to bring in the right people, and again, we're in a tough division here, the South, where everybody wants to go, where it's hot and nice to live and all that stuff too. So it's a tough division that way. But yeah, to kind of skirt back to your question there, we're pretty close to being done, or what we think being done looks like here.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what the landscape's like around there because I remember there were teams back in the day that you'd sign an East Coast contract with, and you think you're like they guys be going there to play, and then you show up and there's like 50 or 60 dudes there that all thought they were playing there. You guys
No,
don't do
we
that, eh?
no. I don't think that's fair.
No, I agree. Anywho, yeah, I do agree with the recruiting thing. And what's fun for me about this coaching thing is like, so if I have all the coaches I think are the best coaches around in the shed, wouldn't that make me smarter as a coach?
I think so.
I'm gonna try, because after you, I do have Western Michigan Broncos head coach booked now too, and he's running amok of the NCAA.
Ooh, love it.
Mhm. Yeah, and then if you want a pipeline, I'll know him, and then he can know you, and then we're all shed guys.
Yeah, there you go. Get your agent fee.
I'm the freest agent in the world.
Love
I
it.
have broker deals in the shed.
Yeah, I think I've seen clips of that, or the conversation clips. Yeah,
Well, I'm proud of bringing the guys together. I don't need to make money to see my friends get jobs,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm having fun either way. So, this is my new cutting edge shed question. What is your best hockey memory? For you, I'm going to ask playing and coaching. You got to give me two. Boom.
Oh, that's tough. I could have used this question before as a little pre-scout.
Oh, I don't
Um,
give pre-scouts, man. I never liked watching
Coaching.
video of myself, and then they put Cardiff Devils Rewind from 2014-15, and it was like the first time in my life I actually voluntarily watched video.
Yeah, no kidding. Um,
Hate
I,
that
I
shit.
actually don't mind the video. I just keep it short and sweet.
I would need a video clipper guy to be, because I usually remember the plays that happen. I'd be like, give me that clip from then, and I don't want to watch the rest. I just want that clip.
Yeah, no, exactly. Coaching memory. I think just like last year as a whole. Obviously we did pretty well. Or took a step in the right direction my first year there in Manchester, finishing sixth after like a ninth finish. So that was a good step. But last year, I think just like I said, the whole season in general was a fun year. Finishing fourth and didn't finish too far behind Belfast in third either. I think a handful of points, so we were right there. So just yeah, the season as a whole. You look back, one fun memory was obviously it's well documented the struggles we had in Sheffield. So winning there was nice just to kind of break that curse. It was a bit of white knuckle time in the third period. But yeah, just kind of falling through. But the season as a whole was just a ton of fun. Great group and just a really positive experience.
And the
Playing
chocolate made it fun too, right? Like that is
chocolate
fun.
did make it fun. Yeah, it
And
did.
just speaking of that Sheffield game, is I actually small world is I was sent a photo of Critch putting it in the empty net, And the cheerleaders, right behind the net look really, really sad, like really sad. They don't know
Yeah.
whether or not to cheer or like, what do we do? Do we like leave now because they're going to lose? And he's putting it in the empty net with the Two Ales and Hockey Tails logo on his back. And it's like, that is so flippin' cool.
Yeah. It was that game too was like a week after the Leafs Sens game where the guy took a slapper into the empty net
Yeah.
and Greg, and there was a big kerfuffle, and then just the way like Critch was skating down the ice, I was thinking, I'm like, he's gonna take a slapper here, and it'll just be mayhem.
He'd
The
be ready to go
Sheffield,
after he did it though.
yeah, the Sheffield social media police would be all over him, and the fans and all that stuff. So, but no, he just. And then my thought was, you better not miss. But yeah, no, it was yeah, fitting end to it, and yeah, that was a fun night for sure.
Well, that picture is right beside my computer here in the shed, and great memories from last season, you know, having my logo on his jersey and then what you guys did as a team. I was really proud of you guys. Like you said, you're right behind Belfast, and we talk about budgets. It's like, well, there's supposed to be more than a handful of points ahead of you guys.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, it was what it finished Sheffield, Cardiff, Belfast, and then us and Guildford. So it was, and really last year, like there wasn't a bad team in the league. Even yeah, there's Glasgow finishing last. Like they on paper they had a really strong team and just didn't work out for them. But there were no easy games last year. It was a fun year, competitive. It was nice kind of going into the last 2 weeks of the season. Just being able to watch, not worry so much about points, who wins, and standings, watching anything like that. So just as a fan, it was fun to kind of take it all in and not have to be in the mix.
Yeah. So what's your best playing memory?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I haven't played in a long time.
You haven't. I think I'm enjoying this coaching thing more than playing, especially under 13 boys when you know you get them at the start of the year and I mean seeing them become like hockey dudes, but then like brothers like that, like you see them around town and when they see each other they light up and it's like, yeah, boom.
Yeah, no, it is fun. It's rewarding.
It is. And then you get to see your puppies fly, right? Like the guy, especially now that you're in the coast, I for me it would take over that I'm like, I want these guys to play in the goddamn NHL.
Yeah, no, exactly. I want. I think it's fun to be on the development side of things too, and yeah, exactly. Hope kind of pass them up, and they raise through the ranks, and yeah, that is the rewarding part for sure.
Well, we speak of hurdles and having to adapt. Do you want to hear my struggles here in minor hockey?
Of course.
We won the All Ontario, and well, we practiced full ice all season. We had like real practices with neutral zone, forecheck, back checks, you know, full ice power play, penalty kill. Well, I looked at my schedule for the upcoming season now that they gave me the head coaching job, and they have me splitting the ice in under 13 practices. And I said, huh, that can't be right. So then I wrote and said, this can't be right. We're under 13 rep team. We'd have full ice practices because they've never shared before. And he wrote, that's what makes you a great coach. You can adapt. And I thought, not really. I can't do a lot of things on half ice when these kids are this big, and I'm going to have 3 lines in 6D. But it's a challenging approach to the season.
So you have
Half the
15,
ice, half of it.
17 players that are 12.
Yeah, like, and they're like this. Some of them are the size of me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that seems a little crazy to me.
Well, and then the competition we're going to play, I'm assuming, gets the whole ice surface
Like,
to
who do you split
practice.
the ice with?
The house league team,
Huh.
right? Uh-huh. Mm. So I'm not trying to kick garbage cans or flip tables. I'll just talk about it in my shed, and I'm not going to cause a whole bunch of ripples around here because I just got a coaching job. But
Yeah.
they are trying to stack the deck against us by the looks of things because I will adapt, and I'm going to tell that house league team, you get the first half of practice, and we get the second half of practice, and then
Yeah.
we'll do other stuff. But I don't think we're sharing the ice.
No, that's especially at that age, that's
Well,
crazy.
if it's an hour and a half practice, it's like, well, you take the first 45 minutes and I'll take the second 45 minutes, then we'll do some off ice stuff or something. Because
Saying that though, I ran practices on the storm shelter, so
so that's almost half ice.
yeah,
I only played like one game there, I think, and it was fun. It brought me back to the old Elmira, Ontario Arena Junior when it was the same size.
yeah,
I
no,
love
exactly,
not having to skate far.
yeah, no, it's yeah. Anytime you get mad and skate them, you have to do twice as much.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Do you do
flying
you,
through it.
so what is your, I think I've asked you this before, maybe it's changed though. What's your favorite drill? Because I got to learn from these coaches that I like.
What do I like? Ah,
I asked my under 13s this question and their answers really confused me, some of them. They like doing the horseshoe where you just skate around, get a puck and go down and shoot. It's like that's not even
oh,
fun,
that's the most boring drill out there.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess you gotta know your crowd though.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of like the small area games. I love like the competing stuff.
Competing.
Like yeah, with a little bit of blood on the end, like losing team obviously has skate or do something. I
Yeah.
think it's fun for them, fun for me. I like a competitive guy, and I think it's kind of shows a lot. Like you can't fake those drills either. It shows who competes, who goes through the motions, and
Who
yeah,
wants it?
there's a bazillion of them too. So it's yeah, one of those would be my favorite.
I totally agree. And I don't I mean, just from my past experiences, I guess, but I'm coaching under 13, so it's not like I'm getting that mad at anybody. I will not bag skate them. I will not just skate them
No,
without a puck. I will
no,
hide I'll hide that stuff all day, but usually I hide it in competing drills. Like you start mucking it up big time, that's just as exhausting as skating without a puck. It's just you're having more fun doing it.
yeah, no, we I I I don't really do that either. I think it's almost a waste of ice time out there because you can do other drills that
Where
yeah
you skate and
get
move.
yeah exactly yeah battle skate two on twos. I mean call them hidden baggers whatever you want to call them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're getting
just
conditioning,
to
working
get
hard.
something
You're
out of it.
just
Yeah,
you're just not skating up and down the ice
yeah,
mindlessly.
no, exactly. Yeah,
Um, what else? Oh, so I don't know. You guys will probably be still in the playoffs. East Coast goes pretty long, but anybody listening that will be playing in Europe or whatever and is coming back to Ontario by May 24th next year, I am firing up the Two Ales and Hockey Tales golf tournament again. And it's going to take everyone because to book the course, they said I needed to say I could get 112 golfers. And I said I could. So I guess I got to make that happen now. So if anybody's going to be in Ontario for May 24th, everybody's welcome that's listening to me talk in my shed, right?
perfect.
Yeah. I'm going to get a poster made and how to register, and then we're going to do this thing, and it's going to be fun, you know?
Yeah, no, I got a golf tournament next week there and for my university.
Oh, I just went to mine at Western Michigan, and whoa, what a
Yeah,
time that was. That's actually what inspired me to fire up the Two Ales and Hockey Tales again, is how much fun I've had golfing the last 3 weekends of
yeah,
tournaments.
yeah. No, it's should be fun. Yeah, it's nice to go back there and
What were you, a Holy
quick road
Cross
trip.
guy?
I was Holy Cross. Yeah,
Where is that?
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Ah,
Yeah, so fly in on Thursday and out Saturday. So quick little trip and um, I got right when my wife agreed to it. I booked it before she changed her mind and get there because then
once it's
the,
booked,
the
it's booked.
the following Monday I got to fly to Norfolk for like the league meetings here. So I had to yeah I wasn't sure how it would go, but she agreed and then booked it before mine changed.
So do you think it'll be a big adjustment going from head coach to assistant coach?
I don't think so. Like we'll do again kind of co-coach whatever you want to call it here. Even my kind of coaching style in Manchester is used used ideas from everyone. I mean, use that old cliche like open door policy, but like talked with Finner, Mikey Mo, Critch, different players on the team, and it wasn't not like a dictatorship thing where holier than thou. It takes everybody, and here is just you want everybody pulling on the same rope, and just want a team to have success and develop, and same thing here.
I agree with you. I knew I liked you. It was the same for me coaching under 13 as the guy I was co-coach with. We'd both come in with what we wanted to do for the day, and then he'd give me a drill, and I'd see if I could improve it a little bit. And then I'd give my drill, and he'd see if he could improve it a little bit. And most of the time, we could make that drill we had in mind a little bit better than it was, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Do you have any pregame rituals?
Oh, what did I do? I still have a pregame nap usually
God,
before a
you're
nap.
in the game still, buddy. Attaboy.
Yeah, no, exactly. I need to. I mean, I get probably more tired coaching than I did playing, like mentally for sure, but get more fired up. So need that some coffees and yeah, and that's really it. I mean, not a real.
You just need a
Not,
nap.
yeah, I'm a little bit stitious. Wouldn't say I'm superstitious, So
hmm yeah, no, I wish I could take naps in life still, that ship has
yeah,
sailed.
yeah. That'll be the newborn stage for me. When they nap, I nap.
I just have droolers now. That's where you just close your eyes for like 10 minutes until you just start to drool and then you snap back into play?
Yeah, yeah.
hmm
Train the neck muscles with the head bobs.
Yeah. So pregame speeches, yours are probably different than mine, at least especially when I was hurt in Cardiff. My under 13s, they got pretty passionate, my speeches. What are yours like?
Uh, I don't know. Not a huge rah guys. Like guys will can get fired up themselves, and usually it's again not don't beat a dead horse. It's kind of short and sweet. Guys aren't there to listen to what I have to say before a game. I mean, that's kind of talking with Lordo. Actually, you made like you don't want to overcoach during games. You have practices for all the coaching stuff. Games are for the players. If they're well prepared and ready to go, then it's up to them. I think you can kind of run into trouble when you start over coaching during games and stuff. Obviously, you make little tweaks and whatnot, but yeah, pregame speech usually have kind of I broke it into two. Like we'd have a meeting at maybe a half hour after guys get there just to go over system stuff. Maybe watch a little bit of special teams video if it was the second game of the week and didn't really have a pre-scout the day before. So again, just kind of system stuff, then let guys get prepared and after warm-ups, just a couple minute thing about yeah, just different keys to the game and that's it.
Sounds very similar to my under 13 boys, and that's what was cool about having like a routine with them, that they understood when the meeting was going to be, kind of what was going to be covered, and then I didn't need to talk to them again until it was go time, and then I'd go in hot. But it was neat seeing like the routine and that they got it, and then they'd have their routines and rituals, and then it's funny as a coach seeing your players' rituals, isn't it? Like
Oh
there's a
yeah.
lot of superstitious players out there, even in under 13.
Yeah, no, it is funny. You knew where guys were going to be almost to the minute. Like going in
And then
warm
you
ups, I
watch
was
them
up in
warm
the
up, and
office.
they're always in the same spots in warm up.
Yeah, yeah. I usually go out, grab a coffee, knew who I was going to be chatting with at what time.
Yeah, it is interesting seeing, and it's from the start of the season. All of a sudden, like a month or two in, you're like, okay, this is the routine, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Um, so what else do I got? Um, I don't even know. Do you got any questions for me while I'm trying to figure out if I wrote anything else down?
I don't think so. It's been a nice little chat. I think I haven't done it for a while, so new.
I
Yeah,
know
lots of
you've
new
been
stuff.
toying with me. All the Manchester folks have been toying with me. Finner, I thought he liked to muck it up. And now I'm like, well, you got to get in the corners and muck it up with me. So you know what we're gonna do is he's gonna send me the Critch jersey, and then is it still back there? Then it is. I got a Critchlow Two Ales and Hockey Tales jersey, so I'm gonna and I don't have a website anymore, so I'm gonna let them raffle it off, and then they can keep all the money. And I think they can run amok with that raffle because they're gonna get it out to way more people than I would, and then it's people helping people.
Yeah, win.
Win, win, win. And then maybe they'll make so much money in that raffle, they'll be like, well, do you want to sponsor Tyler Heinem's jersey? Because you just made us this much money. And I'll be like, gosh, he's a shed guy. What a player. Right?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Um, that's what I was
good
thinking.
business model.
I think so. Then maybe Cardiff would even play ball with me?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get 1,005 Twix thrown on the ice at the league opener for Cardiff, you know?
Yeah, they might have to pay off all the salaries this year, so they might need the income.
Is there no salary cap in the league anymore?
I don't think so.
They have signed a squad.
Yeah, I don't know how well it was enforced with some of the teams anyways, so
Yeah. I mean, I think in any hockey league I ever played in, there were transactions that maybe weren't always on the books.
not in Manchester.
No, you guys played it by the book, eh?
Yeah.
You haven't found your loophole of the game there yet. Okay. Well, I don't think I got anything else other than it's been really neat seeing your coaching career start and that you're recruiting all dudes I like, and then now you're coaching with another shed guy. I think it's really neat. And it's like all these guys I got talking to in my shed. It's like, yes, I do have good taste in men, and they all seem to know each other, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah, perfect.
It's a weird little community we've started here, you know?
Yeah.
But hopefully the Gladiator fans will listen to us today and do enjoy fun because you can stay out of this maybe. You just accept the collaboration. And
Yeah,
I want chocolate thrown in Atlanta, and I think that would make it a really small world, and fun is fun, and then we could get her going. You know?
perfect. Yeah. Yeah, got to win first. That's it.
You got to win the game, right? And then the snowball starts rolling down the hill.
You bet.
Well, thanks for coming back on, and go Glads, go Storm, go Devils, go Canucks, go Canucks, you know, go all the teams I'm cheering for nowadays. And
There
this
you
has been
go.
another episode of Two L's and Hockey Tales with Jenner and Wally.